Girl, I had a bad day today. Today, I wanted to punch somebody. Personally, praying is my number one solution to everything. Everything. Holding on to what could have been only leaves you further away from the person that you can be. Get out of that junky room, that junky house. No, but for real. I know that a lot of these things might seem a little difficult to do, but if you see yourself in a better place mentally, that should be enough to get you through this. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, today's video is about letting go. And I had recently been struggling with letting go of things in my own life, and I really think it's because I'm the type of person that has strong emotional ties to things that I feel like I've invested a lot of time in. And I guess when it feels like it's about to possibly come to an end, it really scares me. But I have learned to let go and move on. And I think that when our lives feel like they're falling apart, we try to grab on and hold on to things that feel familiar to us. And this could be habits, this could be mindsets, this could be friendships and relationships, anything. And we do this because it gives us a sense of control. But us sitting in that comfort zone only keeps us in the past. And sometimes we'll even go back in the past and try to bring parts to the present, thinking that those are going to bring us back some peace in a way. But at some point, you have to learn to let it go. Because if you want to be that person and step into that life that you wish to have, you have to let go of who you once were and let go of everything that held you back. And I know that that can feel scary and lonely sometimes, but holding on to what could have been only leaves you further away from the person that you can be. And the only thing that you should be reminiscing about or holding on to from your past is the lessons that you learned from it and how those experiences can shape you to be a better person. And I want to mention that letting go is all about acceptance. And with acceptance comes forgiveness. So you need to not only learn to forgive that person that may have played a part in whatever you're holding on to, but you need to learn to also forgive yourself. And I don't know how else to say this, but acceptance is super important because it allows you to acknowledge reality without resistance. And when you accept a situation, it just allows you to process all your emotions and move forward. It's like saying, okay, this happened and it's all right. And just having this mindset, it just allows you to fully heal from whatever was going on, and it gives you new ways for growth. And it also releases you from this weight of holding on to things that no longer serve you. Okay, so I have 3 tips to give to you guys today to help you let go of holding on to things that no longer serve you, like I just said. And if you choose to implement these in your life, good for you. If not, keep it pushing. All right, so the first one, obviously, I'm gonna be talking about praying. Okay, personally, praying is my number one solution to everything. And I feel like I always vent to God about everything. And so when I feel like I bring those type of problems to him, I physically feel lighter, like a load was lifted off of me. And I mean, yes, you can get that from venting to anybody, but it just feels different when you're talking to God. I feel, I guess, less judged in a way because it's just me and him. And yeah, and I just, not only do I feel like I'm able to vent to him, but he kind of gives you strength throughout the process if you ask for it, you know? And not only that, you soon start to realize that throughout time, why that thing happened to you and why and how it brought you to where you needed to be today. If all that makes sense. I hope y'all are gathering that. I hope that makes sense to you. Because you know how God does things for a reason, and in that moment it might feel like, why are you doing this to me? What do I do to deserve this? But throughout time, you start to realize now I see why he did what he did. And if that makes sense to you, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, the second tip that I have for you guys is to start journaling. If you find it more effective to just write down your feelings instead of speaking them orally, girl, then just do that. Because sometimes writing down your emotions, it can help you better process them. And it also could give you a better perspective on what you're dealing with. And the good thing that I find about journaling is that it doesn't really have any rules. You could literally write whatever you want. It could be descriptive, it could be not descriptive. It could be, girl, I had a bad day today. Today, I wanted to punch somebody. It don't matter. It's your journal. You're just letting out and letting out your emotions. That way you can read them back, or I don't know, it just helps you process them. And I feel like it's just a really good way to let go of those emotions, but on paper and pen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, the last tip that I have for you guys is to declutter that junky room, that junky house. No, but for real, declutter your space. And I know that you guys have probably heard that, like, your physical space represents where your mental space is. So I would suggest just getting rid of things that remind you of what you're holding on to, and get rid of things that already don't represent your best self, that don't represent the higher version of yourself. And doing this, it just helps you surround yourself with things that actually do align you. And it reminds you, gives you a constant reminder every day on the things that you're working towards, the goals, the life, the dreams, everything. So I will end it off with this. I know that a lot of these things might seem a little difficult to do, but if you see yourself in a better place mentally, that should be enough to get you through this. And God, of course. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video today. And another video will be coming soon. But I will still love it. Y'all give me recommendations, because y'all don't be dropping nothing in the comment section. And I don't appreciate it. But I do appreciate my viewers, and I appreciate all my supporters. And I love you guys. And don't forget that God loves you too. Bye.